Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where the Stellaris Unity are indeed putting together some fleets in Porabim that we haven't seen. They're all pretty small and not too important as of right now, but this is a wormhole here that we don't know where it goes. I'm assuming it connects to this down over here, where the Stellaris Unity have a little bit of a hold. We don't know how much they've got over there, and we don't actually know what their fleet power is compared to ours. It might be really, really high, or it might be basically what we see here. We don't know. We're going to have to find out. And we're also going to need to start transitioning into getting our fleets bulked up to having battleships. So that's going to be pretty important. Let's go through our primary fleets here. I mean, we can't really expand all of these out to 90, and we're not planning to. So this one here is as it's supposed to be. We're going to put in a battleship here. The question is, how many are we going to put in? I think three battleships, and then take this to 6, and then this to 11 for now. Once this goes up a little bit, that'll be okay. The Bloodstone Saphite is going to get also battleships. What is the actual power of each of these battleships, though? 516? Okay. I mean, it's not amazing, but it'll do. The Starite Saphite is also going to get a battleship, and we're going to take that to 6 cruisers and 11 destroyers. And the Topaz as well. This one here we're not going to reinforce, but the Topaz we will. We'll go ahead and put in our battleship, and we do have quite a number of ships that we're working on constructing or upgrading. So that is all something that is great. But for right now, we need to get reinforcements up over here. I did want to get these ships upgraded. It's not going to happen. It's simply not going to happen. And we do have quite a few more ships that we can construct. And let's see, this one we're not really going to... We're just going to kind of leave these guys where they're at. Our primary forces will be focused back here, I think. Now we're at 27% here. That's rough, for sure. No doubt about that. But we absolutely do need to get additional ships in here. And this science ship could use doing something. What do we want it to do? If we have a chance, we want it to go research this debris. That'll get us access to quite a lot of technology there. There's also some debris in Tiana Vec that we'll come to, I think, afterwards. What's in that? Yeah, we'll come to that afterwards. So we'll then come down over here and research that. Excellent. So we've got progress well underway here. Let's go up to our colonies for the time being while we're waiting for our ships to arrive over here. This mining world requires jobs, and so we'll put in a mining job, of course. This industrial world needs an industrial district. We could absolutely use more alloys right now. This tech world, well, we need more tech, that's for sure. I would love to put in a research institute, and that's exactly what we can do. Now, we are going to be maybe a little short on exotic gases soon. That's a concern. But for right now, all we can do here is really put in a city district. This is going to become a tech world, but we're not quite there just yet. We'll bump it up to fast speed. That's where we should be. And this agro world is actually short on housing. That's okay. We're going to put in a city district for right now.
Ships ready for action.
Excellent. So we have reinforcements on the way. That is wonderful. Hello, that's a 12.9k fleet. That is definitely a little bit more spicy. Our fleets are moving in, though, and our fleets are going to be at least comparable to that once they get maxed out. But we're going to need a lot of alloys. We can see there, that's a 22k, 23k fleet there. How are we doing here? We've not yet arrived. Okay. Our reinforcements are how far out? Not very. They're 65 days out. Okay. But right now, I'm not going to spend any alloys. We'll bank those for the moment. If they're going to come in with just that 23k fleet, I think we beat it. And they created this by combining their fleets together, didn't they? Yes, they did. Okay, so they are cautious and unyielding. They do have 2 battleships. We don't really know what type of weaponry they use, so we can't tailor our ship designs to that until we find that out. And how long do we have here? Oh, this is a while yet. Okay, we're just invading the hostiles. Okay. So we're going to immediately start fighting them, and this fleet is going to get a little bit wrecked. Our other fleet is not here yet. They move a lot faster than we do. We're still 47 days out. Oof. Okay, well, these guys are reasonably powerful on their own, and we're going to do some damage here. Not a lot, but some. Okay. So I would like to retreat these, but it's 5 more days until that's ready. There we go. We'll just go ahead and retreat that. He is now unyielding. Okay, cool. So, what are we going to do with these guys? Well, they're coming in, and this is fine. We allow this. They're currently hitting the starbase, and they're hitting it hard, but now we're coming in, and we're doing quite a bit of damage to them.
Our starbase is lost.
We did lose the starbase there, but that did end up meaning a lot of their resources were invested in hitting that starbase. Now, I wish that we had arrived a little quicker with our reinforcements. There's no doubt about that. But how are we doing here? It's mediocre at best. But they don't have much left. Neither do we, to be sure. 5.1k?
A station is under
Oh,
attack.
pirates and Ginnog. Okay. That's bad timing. 1024? Okay. How do we want to handle that? How indeed? That's incredibly bad timing. So all that they've got left here is their battleships. The question is, do we eliminate their battleships with just our corvettes? And that boils down to how well do we roll with our evasions. That's what that boils down to. And the answer is poorly, I think. Yeah, our fleets are retreating. Okay, so they did win that, and that's because we didn't reinforce in time. So the question is, when are we going to be back? Not for a while. Okay, so we absolutely need to handle this pirate fleet here. Tadasca Prime requires an upgrade, and we're going to get some research complexes here. That is important. And I want these guys to come on over here. Them free warriors, huh? Interesting. That glider fleet took a lot of damage. We'll see what they decide to do with it. So we have a fleet that will be arriving back when? 2344 in just a couple months here. Okay, good. That'll be fine. Here's the question. Do they want a status quo? No, they don't. We are getting wrecked in the war exhaustion, in all honesty. In comparison. And to some degree, that's fair. They don't currently want a status quo, and that would mean that no land changes hands. We would be okay with that, all things considered. But right now, that's not going to happen. Mycelium carriers from the Neberite Annihilators, huh? Going into the L-Gate, I guess? Okay. Sounds good. As long as they're not declaring war on us, we're okay with that. Is this fleet repairing, or are they coming through? They're repairing. Excellent. So that buys us time. And quite a lot of it, in fact.
Mining post lost to the waves.
Where? Oh, that would be the pirate fleet. Right. Yeah, that would be the case. That would absolutely be the case. We're very hard pressed right now. That's the thing. We're doing okay economically, so we might just ignore them for the time being. If we were to move in and attack here. Threaten their homeworld a bit. Let's do it. They're repairing quite quickly here. That's to be expected. When is our fleet going to be back again? 9/29. So next month. At the end of next month. Okay. That's fine. I was really hoping that our fleets would arrive faster, but we're still very, very slow. There's no doubt about that. I mean, if we look at our ships here, we've got plasma thrusters on a lot of these still, and our destroyer class should absolutely be running impulse thrusters. I thought we had upgraded that, But apparently not. Okay. And as far as our hyperdrives go, we're running hyperdrive 3s, which are not ideal under any circumstances. So we are going to be getting this debris researched over here quickly enough. These guys are getting reinforced, but they're actually leaving again. They're heading off over this way. That's good. We're hoping that this distraction is going to buy us some time. Literally, this is just a distraction. We're not trying to occupy this system. So that'll be okay. Excellent. So we occupy that, and we're going to head back to Holden at this point. And we will enter orbit here and repair. Cool. So that's all well and good. The Nebrite Annihilators have insulted us. That's very rude of them. I was under the impression we were building a starbase in Scott. That's very important. We're banking alloys right now. We're negative in energy credits for the moment. And, I mean, these guys, they're not going to succeed in this. Obviously. They were never going to succeed here. And I probably should have ordered them to not do it. That would have been for the best. Okay, we're at 163 out of 235. I'm going to take these guys, move them back to Haven Sky, and we're going to bump this up to a mobile piracy response fleet of 20. However, we don't really have the alloys for this at this exact moment. We're going to sell off some minerals to make ourselves some energy credits. And yeah, that's selling all of our minerals. I'm aware of that. We're going to sell off some consumer goods as well. We're also going to sell off some food and some rare crystals and some exotic gases. We're going to use that to buy in a few alloys. There we go. Excellent. This tech world requires an upgrade to the planetary administration. Of course, we need minerals for that. We just sold all of our minerals. Okay. That's a big deal, getting all that progress. And let's take a quick look at our technology here. We're 9 months away from hypershields finishing up. That is a big deal. Galactic crisis on the Nebrite Annihilators have been declared. This is very good for us. The Galactic Senate has called them a crisis. That will hopefully keep them a little bit busy. That is the plan. Okay, so where did that fleet come back at? That would have been the Topaz Sufite. Okay. They're going to go to Tribano, and once there, they're going to upgrade. Excellent. So that'll be fine, and the others will arrive back later. Emphasis on the later. These guys are going to arrive in Haven Sky relatively shortly. They're going to upgrade.
Research complete.
Starlight Safite has been repaired. That's excellent. We're going to grab our fleet command limit increase here. That'll be great. This will also give us naval cap and army damage. So we're going to finish out supremacy, and that gives us an ascension perk. At this point, what do we want to go for? Galactic force projection, I think, is the way to go here. So instantly, our naval cap is a lot better. Durasteel infrastructure is great, and we are going to go for improved production. That's the way to go here as well. Excellent. Okay. So with that underway, the Haven Sky Station has a bunch of corvettes that it's pumping out. It will be done soon.
Ever stronger.
We just finished up in Scott. For right now, we're going to go... Actually, we're going to grab the XT-81 Singularity immediately. Okay.
They wish to speak with us.
Commercial Pact invitation. From the Buvandin. Oh, wow. Yes, we agree to this. 51 energy credits, they get 2.55. Yes, please. That actually puts us back to positive in energy credits. That is magnificent. Incoming Mirren raid. Okay. They've been hired by a rivaling power to attack our systems. Where are they? Go to red alert, but where? That's the Vem. Okay, there's a fleet out over here fighting our station. They may well win that. We'll see. We're preparing for upgrades over here. We're also going to pump out the ships. Excellent. We are also repairing, of course. And our other fleets are up here. Okay. So, these should be merging. Yes, they are. Merging with the Bloodstone Sufit. Okay. So, we don't actually care about these fleets, but we want this guy, for now, to go get repairs. Or rather, go get upgrades. Did the Nebrite Annihilators beat us here? No. They're not actually going for it. Good. Okay. So, there's the Pirate Fleet and the Beneficent Fleet. That's okay. The Pirates we'll deal with in a moment. The Heavenite Sufit is actually going to go deal with that right now. They should be more than capable of dealing with this. The Diamond Sufit will not be back for a bit yet. And the Bloodstone is, of course, going for upgrades. We're still working on upgrading our ships here. How's this battle going? Yeah, we kind of expect that they're going to win this. That's okay-ish. Emphasis on the ish. I mean, we do need to have Drismach or Doria, but they can't actually go to Doria. And they can't fight the Topaz Sufit. So that's fine. Our ships are now upgraded, and we're going to continue to reinforce the Topaz Sufit. But what we need right now is to actually get our primary combat fleets, of which we have 3, a little bit further along. So for now, we're going to take this up to 24, but we're actually going to take this up to 5, 10, 13. So 5, 10, 13, and 24. And 5, 10, 13, and 24. So this is going to take a while to get these up to date, up to scratch. That's going to take 45,000 naval cap, or rather, not naval cap, 45,000 alloys. So we need to buy time once again, but we're getting ever stronger. We're going to move over towards Drismach. Now, we don't expect to get there before this station falls. What we want to do is prevent them from going into Birkenmar at this point. If they move up this direction, we call that okay for now. For now. So we're engaging this fleet over here, the Pirates, and we'll have no problem with that. We are negative in energy credits right now. That's a bad thing, and we're going to sell off some consumer goods to prevent that temporarily. And then this tech world needs a planetary administration. There we go. And of course, there's our fleet in Tianavek, but that's okay. So Drismach is now under their control. They're heading back to the wormhole. Fascinating. The Bloodstone Sufit, we want to definitely have upgrade. I only want to go out there with the Topaz for right now. So this is fully upgraded, but we do need to continue to pump the ships out. The pirate station has been raided. That's great. And with that, we are going to... And there's the Spinal Sufit here. We're going to have the Spinal Sufit upgrade and repair. We're going to move these guys back to Haven Sky for this moment. We're going to move these guys over to Haven Sky as well. Okay.
The fleet has been refitted.
So these guys are actually going up to the north. That's great. And the Galactic Queptilian State have started building a science nexus. As always, they're overreaching. Okay.
Ships
Sounds
ready
good.
for action.
And we are definitely scaling up. There's no doubt about that. That is beautiful to see. We are repairing the Bloodstone Sufit. That will be done soon enough. And we do still have another fleet, the Diamond Sufit, that will be back in 2 years. But that's okay. We're hitting Drismach. And this is not fully repaired. So that is fantastic. We're just going to go ahead and take this Star Fortress back. Blitz right on through its shields.
Research complete.
And the question is, are they continuing to head out this way? They are. All they can do here is go to Kimithar, where they'll die. There's nothing too major up here. So we're not too concerned about that. We're going to take this station, no problem. I don't believe we even took any real damage. So we're going to enter orbit here, where we can repair once this starts repairing.
Star base is under attack.
And yeah, they're attacking up over here. That's okay. So we're going to grab our science and research stations in XT81. I'm assuming they're grabbing Kazimar. Maybe they're not. Regardless, that's not too relevant. So we did just finish up hypershields. That is a big, big deal. We can also jump directly to jump drives, and we're going to work on that immediately. That is hugely important. We're also going to go for efficiencies of scale. We really need to scale up our economy. So that is something that we will absolutely do. We don't care about these guys running around out here. They can do that. We're going to continue to reinforce the Topaz Suphite for right now. And the Bloodstone Suphite is actually going to head up here as well to Trabano. That will be just fine. Okay, so we're at 77% war exhaustion right now. Okay, they're at 23. This agro world here could use jobs. For now, we're going to put in an agriculture district. That'll be fine. And this agro world here needs jobs as well. I'm actually going to put in a bureaucratic center here, an administrative office. We may change it later, but for now, that's what we're going to go for. Okay. So we have tile still. That's fascinating. Should we hit their capital? We know very little about what's in their capital. Let's move up to tile. Ah, they're attacking it now. But that fleet is pretty small. Now, they can take this. Yes. But we're going to get up there, and we're going to fight them. They have additional fleets potentially thinking about coming through to Drismach. That's okay. Bloodstone Suphite is going to move up here and reinforce, and we do have additional reinforcements streaming in over here. So that's great. Now, we are engaging these lads, and we win this handily. Extremely handily. So that's great. Now, the question is, we have no sensors up here. Do none of these guys have sensors on them? Like, I mean, we've got gravitic sensors. They're not great. But we can make our way up and see what's up there. It's a little spooky. Without a better idea of what's going on there. But I think we do it. Okay, where is this engagement happening? Oh, they're attacking the Strom station. Oh, they moved through Shukan. I didn't even notice that. I completely missed it. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. And this is a pulsar, so no shields. Yeah. So they're just going to do that. This is fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's to be expected. We're going to move up over this way and see if we can pincer these guys in and win that. So we're currently fighting in their capital. And I'm not 100% certain that we win this. But if we do, it's a huge deal. In fact, I think we do win this. What has this station got on it? That's an interesting question. We're chipping our way through there, but this is not an ideal fleet here. So that's fine. These guys are going to push in like so. And these are intended to merge up here, right? I don't want both of these fleets doing this. The Bloodstone should move back to Drismach. Okay. There we go. So we're hitting their capital here. This can't make them happy.
Ahoy there! Enemy ships have been spotted!
Yes, to be expected. So the glider fleet is our big problem, right? We may end up giving up a little bit of territory up here. Honestly, that's okay if we have to. This territory is less okay to give up. But this up here, I would actually be reasonably okay with giving that up. But we're going to be hitting their main starbase, or their main starbase here, their capital starbase. I have no idea if this is actually a starport or not. It would be interesting to know. We can't make sense of it, but we'll have it in a moment. So that's fine. We're also going to take care of their army here. I have to assume that they're not okay with this incursion, rather. not a conversion. It's an incursion. Okay. So, I mean, we're kind of losing this war, but that's to be expected, in all honesty. Things are going, I think, reasonably well. This up here is a bit of a problem, but I really want this battle to end, and in fact, it is ending as we speak. Beautiful. So, what are we going to do? We are going to repair first. We're going to repair first. That's step one. That is a lot of ships moving through here. The Galactic Queptilium State. Are they at war with multiple? They're in the Niberitian Crisis War. Okay. Well, that might play to our advantage. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll see what we can actually get done here. I mean, we've still got... Well, we're fighting these guys right now, and that's completely fine. We are definitely going to succeed with that. Like, we're seeing some levels of success here. There's no doubt about that. And that's great. We are starting to get to the point of critical mass. The entire Explorix system has been destroyed by the Neberite Annihilators. Okay. Well, good for them. But we are absolutely catching up right now. And that is great. We're very, very happy about that. This we're less happy about, but ultimately, I guess it'll have to be okay. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.